Okay, welcome along, and today we're going to talk about production possibility frontiers. And I suppose our key idea, and if we just change that color into something I like a little bit more, which is blue, excuse me for a second. Okay, so our key idea today, or I suppose really the question that we're going to ask is what is production possibility frontier? Now, you might also have heard of the phrase a production possibility curve, and those are exactly the same thing. There's just two ways of saying the same idea: production possibility frontier, a PPF, or a production possibility curve, a PPC. Okay, and what I want you to do is I want you to think about something very true to New Zealand. I want you to think of a farmer, and here we go. Here's Farmer Joe. He's got a couple of ears, and we're going to give him a hat because all farmers have hats, of course. And it's a big floppy hat, and he's chewing some grass. There we go, and it's a corn grass, nothing else. Okay, and there we go. He's wearing a singlet like all farmers. Oh my goodness, we're going to go back. Sorry, there he is. Okay, now Farmer Joe. We'll just change the colour of the land there because it's nice and green at this time of year. He owns a farm. So up here, look, I want you to imagine the farm that he owns. Nice straight line there, and on his farm, if we just divide it up, he's actually got 4 fields there. Okay, we're going to go roughly about there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And excuse me my absolutely awful drawing. Imagine that they're all roughly the same size. Okay, so there we go. There's some pine trees at the end, and we'll give them some fields, some fences rather along the side there. Okay, so 4 farms, nice pretty fences, dum 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 to keep all the trees in. Now, he's not actually a farmer in the sense that we know it. He actually can grow 2 things. He can grow either corn or wheat. Now, there's a couple of ideas that we need to talk about right now because we've already introduced them. The first idea is the idea of limited resources. Okay, now, Farmer Joe, he's not a rich person. He's only got so much resources he can access to produce things. And the one we're going to focus on today is land. Okay, so he's got his land 1, 2, 3, 4 fields. And let's just, for the sake of what we're doing, that's all we're going to worry about. We won't worry about labour or fertiliser or anything like that. Just the land. Now, because he's got limited resources, that brings us on to the second key idea that we've got and that's the idea of choice. He has to choose between either corn or wheat. Now, what I want to do is I want to show in a graph form what choices he's got. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start here, and I'll just get my, yep, there we go, and I'll just start going up there. This is going to be an axis to show the kind of things that he can grow. So if we make this, what he can grow is corn. So he can grow 1 lot of corn, 2 lots of corn, 3 lots of corn, or 4 lots of corns if he uses all his fields. Or alternatively, if we just line that up, he can grow, of course he can grow wheat with that land. So he could instead, rather than use it for corn, he could use it for 1 lot of wheat, 2 lots of wheat, 3 lots of wheat, or indeed 4 lots of wheat. Okay, so that's the wheat. So okay, so we've got a graph here. On this side we've got the corn, and on this side we've got the wheat. So he could have shown, hey look, I've got 4 fields, I'm going to use it all for corn. So I'll make 4 lots of corn and no wheat. Okay, so a big 0. Or he could say, actually, I want to produce a bit of both. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to produce 3 lots of corn and put one of the fields into wheat. Now, again, he can keep choosing. He might increase his output of wheat, which means he's got to give up 1 extra lot of corn. So that means he's got 2 of corn and 2 of wheat. So again, if we keep going down here, each time he increases the number of wheat, he has to decrease the amount of wheat, because remember, he's got limited resources. He's only got so much land. And of course, he could produce nothing in terms of corn and do it all in terms of wheat. So that would be 0 corn and 4 wheat. Okay, so those are the choices that he's got. So what we can then do, if we just put my pen there, and I'm just going to draw a pen. Now let's see if I get this straight. I think I've got it pretty right. Here we go. We can draw a line right through all those. I'll just go over that a few times to make it really nice and strong, to emphasize. Now that line there, that's a graph of all the possible output combinations. Okay, so we'll make a note over here. All possible output combinations. And that actually is exactly, I'm just going to put it in there, is actually what a PPF is. A PPF shows us all possible output combinations, and excuse me if I just do a little bit of shorthand here, combinations, when all resources are fully used, and I'll just, here we go, fully used as best, just ignore that. Well done. Okay, we're going to stop there. Best technically possible. Okay? Cool.